What's going on, coin hunters? We're back in the garage. We're about to fire up the furnace, do some hand poured silver pieces. So keep watching and see how we make a silver replica of this silver septum, as well as a replica of this skeleton key. I think it's going to be pretty cool, so check it out. I just want to mention quick before we fire up the furnace that I am using a fresh crucible, has never been used before, and I did take the liberty of making the first mold of the day. This is going to be the silver septum. Sorry about the shaky footage, but I did make that. But I will make the skeleton key on camera so you guys can see the process of that. And another quick mention, we are using 3/9 fine silver to make these items today. Alright, the silver's up to temperature. Let's see if we can get a nice pour out of this. It's too big. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, from the looks of it, it looks like it came out good. Guys, this came out amazing, look at that. There's a few spots that could have been a little cleaner, but overall, it looks amazing. This is exactly what I wanted. Alright, so we're about to start the skeleton key. It's going to be a little tricky because of the hole in the middle. I'm going to try to see if we can keep the hole in the middle, but if we can't, then it's just going to be solid. So it is what it is, and we're just going to try our best. Put this one down first, and then this is the second one. I like to use a plastic underneath. It keeps a nice flat surface that doesn't stick to, and it doesn't mess up my table. It's fine just to reuse the sand from before, as long as you pull out the stuff that is totally toast and just burnt up. Yeah, it's super important to fill this side of the mold completely and have a nice flush level surface at the finish of things, because when you bring in the other side and start pushing in and filling in the sand here, if you have any sort of space in between the bottom of the sand layer and the top of this thing, it'll actually collapse your mold and ruin everything. You'll have to start over from scratch. To achieve the flush surface, you're actually going to want to build up the sand a little higher than the steel layer, and then you just want to shave off the top of that so it's nice and firm sand, you know, it's all packed down, and you have a nice level area working across your whole surface. Any low spots that you find, you can fill in with a little more and then beat it down to harden it up. So I flipped the mold and then repowdered this, just finishing repowdering, and then I'm going to lay on the male adapter side. Get that ready, and then you just repeat the process, filling in the sand and packing it down. You want to pay special attention to the corners and edges, because using a hammer doesn't really necessarily get it down packed all the way on the edges and corners. So just paying special attention. If you need to, you can take like the end of, you know, a paintbrush or something and really jam it in there. But just to take a mental note of that, and also watch out for the spout piece, because that comes out. But gonna have to dig into some of the Tenton Bond, because I did have to discard some of the original sand because it does get burned up. And again, repeat the process of leveling off the surface. Take it apart, and it should have the mold right there. This is definitely one of the more tricky parts. You gotta kind of tap this loose It does have some powder on the other side from the first batch that we put down, so that should theoretically make a barrier for it to not stick. It was a bit of a struggle to get out. That just kind of wrapped around the coin, and the middle did come out, so it'll probably just be a solid core coin. It'll still look pretty cool. Give me somewhere to stamp at least. We're just gonna make our spout now, and I use a spoon for this, and I just make the spout doing that. And you're gonna dig right into the top of this a little bit, which doesn't matter because you're gonna be able to clean that up afterwards. Pack this down a little bit so that the sand doesn't displace. The next thing I need to do is make a place for the air to go out of here, so I just like to use the end of the spoon and just, or even a wire, and just kind of make a little spout for the air to go. And then I take a wire and I put it down through the end. Alright, we're going to want to try to clean these up. I'm going to use my wire cutters real quick just to try to get the burrs off and, you know, some of the larger stuff, the sprues. A little something like that. Get all the big stuff off, and then we'll be able to file it down a little easier. Alright, you're going to want to grab a piece of leather or a washcloth or something soft, microfiber cloth, just so you don't scratch up and ding up the project. And then I take my file set. I like a triangular one for kind of like an all-purpose one, and it gets right in the corners real nice. This came out really nice. Really like how it looks. And no seam, it looks amazing. Let's get started on the septum, and I'll show you how it looks when it's done. Here we go, here's a completed silver septum. I think it came out really nice. I might antique it and give it like a darkish feature, like how it came out of the mold basically. But I just need to clean it up, make it look a little nicer, you know, and get all that burnt sand out of the letters and stuff. And then I might do some antiquing to give it some character. But I'm really happy with how this came out. Look at all the detail in the head and the hair. That's what's up. That's the silver septum. Alright, so I just had to run to the store real quick, grab a new scale, because I'm in the middle of a move right now, and I don't know where they are. I got a couple of them, but I was trying to find my 100th scale so we can get really down to it and see what they weigh. But I had to grab this real quick. It doesn't do decimals, so we'll see what they weigh. We'll start with the silver septum. 28 grams, a little less than a troy ounce. So what are you going to do about it? It's just a little collector's piece for myself, for my permastack. On to the next one. 13, 14 grams, 13 and a half grams, something around there. Yeah, really nice pieces. I'm super happy I did that because they look phenomenal. I will stamp them. I'll add that into the next video. We're going to make a couple more of these, and then maybe antique one of them or two of them, and then I'll stamp everything. Coin hunters, I just want to thank you for sticking around the video. I really appreciate it. If you like the videos that you see, drop a like, give me a subscribe. It really helps me out. We got a coin show coming up in a week or two. We're gonna be hitting that, hunting some coins. Hopefully we get some good finds. I'm gonna film that and show you guys how that rolls. But from one coin hunter to another, I hope you guys have a great day.